Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am planning the week of August 15th through the 21st in my neutral Erin Condren life planner. And this week I am using a Franken kit. I believe the full boxes, well, they're from Scribble Prints Co, and I believe the kit is called Beach Babe, which is like the full kit where it's from, but I only had the full boxes and I believe the label sampler from that kit. So I am calling this kit Beach Babe still because that's what the full boxes are from, but there are a bunch of other random multicolor items, mainly from Glam Planner, but I also used some from Scribble Prints Co, and then I'm using a sparkly hollow foil bundle from Caress Press. And I forgot what that foil bundle is called. I believe it's called Palms or something along those lines. And I thought it fit well because the spread is obviously very beachy and palm leaves and everything. So yeah, and then I pulled in some colorful bottom washi from I got it in a grab bag from Glam Planner because I thought the colors worked well, and honestly, when else am I going to use that washi other than a fun, colorful, summer themed spread? And then I'm pulling in this washi from Glam Planner. I have to trim it down a little bit because her washi, what she does like a 15, a 10, and a 5 millimeter for her washis. And the foil overlays are only in 15, so I have to trim them a little bit. But I thought that brownish washi kind of looked like sand, so I thought it worked well because of the beach theme and everything. It does stand out just a little bit just because there's no neutrals in the actual spread itself, but again, when else am I going to use that brown washi other than to mimic sand? So I thought the spread overall looks pretty good. I wish I kind of had a little bit more of a plan for the day by days in terms of which sticker sheets to prioritize, because from what I remember, I don't think I really finished off any of the sticker sheets. I think I kind of just used a lot from a lot of the sheets. I didn't really finish anything, which is always the goal when I do Franken spreads, is to use what I have and to finish what I have. But I mean, it is what it is. I was able to save a lot as well, and I'll use in future spreads. But I think because when I do Franken spreads, I kind of like pull every sheet that I find into the spread, or at least, I pull it together to use when I plan, and I'm like, oh, I'll figure it out when I plan. And then it just ends up being like I have way too many functional stickers to use, and it's just, yeah. Anyway, not complaining because I do really enjoy making the Franken spreads, but I think I need to be a little bit better at planning them ahead of time and not just saving everything for like, oh, I'll figure it out when I'm actually planning, because if that's the case, I shouldn't say it never works out, because the end result still looks good, but in terms of finishing the sticker sheets, it doesn't always end up the way I want it to be. So with that being said, I'm going to get into the day by day, because I believe one of the days I accidentally did off camera, or I just didn't feel like filming and I just decided to fill it in off camera. So it jumps a little bit. So I'm just going to start into the day by days. So Monday was a pretty normal Monday. I had my Coffee Monday, which I marked with, oh, I forgot what sheet it is. I think you'll see it. It's either Coffee Monsters Co. or Once More with Love. But they have like summertime mugs that I really love, so I got to use one of them. Or actually, I think I used multiple this week. Yeah, I did. I used 2 this week. Anyway, I like using the seasonal stickers when I can, and because the spread really didn't have that much of a color tone other than rainbow, I got to use some of those fun colors, which is exciting. So anyway, had my Coffee Monday as usual. Did some laundry, watched some YouTube. Again, those are pretty normal Monday morning activities. And then I unpacked because the weekend before we went to Pinnacles National Park. I'll go ahead and card that plan with me up above if you're interested. And from what I remember, we got back pretty late, so we didn't really do much Sunday night when we got back. So I finished unpacking Monday. I talked to my parents because we usually talk on Sundays, but again, since we were at the national park and driving back on Sunday, it obviously didn't really have much reception. So we talked Monday. I did a little bit of work in the evening just to try to catch up, because Monday I Monday was kind of like the day of like decompressing and getting back to the swing of things. So I didn't really have much to do during the day in terms of work. I didn't really have time. So I tried to squeeze in a little bit Monday night. And then I worked on the budget. I try to do that 2 or 3 times a week. But again, and especially like right after a trip or something, I like to like log everything, because sometimes when you're on vacation, like, you know, when you're looking at your, what's it called, statement, it's not very clear what is what. So what I'd like to do it right when I get back, because I remember, oh yeah, Saturday we went to this gift shop, or, you know, whatever it is. So I did that. And then moving on to Tuesday, worked in the morning, met up with a friend for what we call Fish Lab coffee break. It's basically, we're both in fisheries labs at school, and we call it a coffee break, which is just basically hanging out, just chatting, because both of us, well, she does hybrid mainly from home, but I am 100% remote, so it's a way to keep in touch with everyone. I mean, there's just 2 of us, but anyway, yeah, do that every week. And then I met with my advisor, like I do multiple times a week, watched Never Have I Ever, I believe. I don't know if it came back that day or recently or what, but that's one of the TV shows that I've been watching when they come back, because it's a Netflix show, so when a new season comes out, they do it all at once, you know? So I watched some of that. I worked on my PowerPoint, because later this week, as you'll see, is when I travel to Spokane for a conference. And I was presenting at that conference, actually. It was my first presentation at a conference, which was super nerve-wracking. But, I mean, now that obviously this is over, it went pretty well. But at the time, I obviously was freaking out. So I worked on my PowerPoint, and then I read in the evening like I usually do. And then on Wednesday, again, worked in the morning. I had an appointment. I watched, again, Never Have I Ever. And I believe those are the only 2 times I watched it. So I must have, because like when I watch a TV show, I don't mark like, oh, I watched 5 episodes of this TV show. I kind of just mark it once. So because of the only 2 times that I have Never Have I Ever marked, I believe I just kind of watched multiples in a row, as one does. So yeah, and then I worked on my PowerPoint again. And again, you'll see this is, I know for sure, is the Coffee Monsters Co. Summer working stickers, which again, I really enjoyed using, because one, they have a little sun icon on the laptop, which is super cute. It works with the colors of the spread. And again, I just kind of like to use the seasonal products up when I can. I think it adds a little bit of touch to the spread, which is super cute. So yeah. And then that evening, we watched Only Murders in the Building, which is a Hulu show. And since it's on Hulu, they release episodes weekly. So we watched an episode of that. And then I edited a few videos in the evening. I believe I was just trying to get caught up on when I would miss for the conference, even though I can't remember. I usually try to get ahead of myself before trips. It usually doesn't work out, and I just end up not posting on those days, but that's fine. Moving on to Thursday, which from what I remember is the day that I skipped filming. Oh, here's another Never Have I Ever. Never mind. I guess I watched it in 3 sittings. Watched an episode or multiple in the morning, edited a few videos, went to the postal office or USPS, because I believe actually this is when I sent out my giveaway prizes. So I think that's why I went to the postal service or post office. Wow. Got back, Colton and I played Villainous, we ordered some Dominoes, and then we watched Mission Impossible as a little bit of a date night. And then on Friday, I did the laundry in the morning, kind of getting ready for the trip that I left on Saturday. Did a little bit of work, again, packed, getting ready for the trip. Colton and I had another date night, and we watched Mission Impossible 2. And I think we wanted to like finish the series, because one, I've never seen them. But from what I remember, Mission Impossible 3 is not available to stream anywhere. So yeah, we just watched 1 and 2, and then at some point we'll watch 3. And then I guess, I don't know how many there are at this point. But anyway. And then on Saturday was when I flew to Spokane. So that's basically all I did that day, was just a really long travel day. Checked into the hotel I met another friend at the airport because I believe our flights landed within an hour of each other. So we went to the Melting Pot for dinner and kind of just hung out and got caught up. Another friend that was going landed later that evening. So we hung out with her because we were all sharing a hotel room. So yeah, it was nice to just chill with them because I hadn't seen them in person in a very long time, again, since I'm 100% remote. And then Sunday was the first official day of the conference. So although it started in the evening. So in the morning, we just did a little bit, or we went to a cafe for brunch, which was really nice. It's called Madeline's Cafe. I talked to my parents since I did have some downtime. My friends went on a hike, and I just wanted to work on my presentation. I needed to talk to, well, I didn't need to talk to my parents, but I wanted to talk to my parents. And I also needed to volunteer because I signed up to volunteer to get some of the conference costs reimbursed, and they didn't. So I think that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to go, because I didn't want to be like, hey, we have to go back now if they wanted to stay. And yeah, so again, went to the cafe, talked to my parents, did some volunteering, and then that evening was the grand networking event, or the opening networking event, which is a way to kick off the conference, which was really fun. And yeah, that's the week. So in a minute, you'll see the overall spread as well as all the stickers that I have left. Again, I have a lot of sheets that I ended up not completely finishing, which is a little bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. There were still enough that I was able to donate or even throw away because I finished. So that is everything. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.